They laughed when you went quiet. They assumed silence meant weakness. They mistook your absence for defeat. They thought you disappeared because you couldn't survive the pressure. But what they never understood is that predators don't announce their return. They sharpen themselves in the dark. And right now, while the world thinks you're finished, something violent is being rebuilt inside you. Because this comeback is not about proving them wrong. It's about reminding yourself who you were before the world tried to tame you. Before comfort made you soft. Before excuses started sounding logical. Before fear dressed itself as patience. And this is the moment where you stop waiting for motivation and become the reason it exists. Because beasts are not born in applause. They are forged in isolation. When nobody claps, nobody checks, nobody believes. And every single day feels like a war you fight alone. But listen carefully. This pain is not punishment. It's preparation. This loneliness is not rejection. It's refinement. And every night you cried silently was training you to roar without warning. Because real comebacks don't make noise at the start. They make results at the end. And right now your job is simple but brutal. Disappear from distractions. Disconnect from validation. Stop explaining your vision to people who profit from your doubt. Stop negotiating with your lower self. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Because the beast doesn't wait for motivation. It moves, even when it's bleeding, even when it's tired, even when it's afraid. Because fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means you're standing at the edge of transformation. And this is where most people quit. Right before the shift, right before the breakthrough. Right before the version of you that scares them is born. So if you're tired, good. That means you've outgrown your old life. If you're angry, good. Channel it into discipline. If you feel lost, good. Predators don't follow paths. They create them. And understand this deeply. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody owes you belief. Nobody will hand you your moment. You take it by becoming so consistent, so dangerous, so focused, that even your past self wouldn't recognize you. Because this comeback is not cosmetic, it's internal. It's waking up when your body begs you to stay down. It's choosing progress when pleasure is cheaper. It's doing the work when nobody is watching and resisting the urge to announce every step. Because silence is your new language, and results are your new voice. And one day, without warning, without announcement, without explanation, you will walk back into the world, different, calmer, heavier with confidence, sharper with purpose. And they will feel it before you say a word. Because beasts don't seek attention. Attention finds them. And when that day comes, remember this moment. Remember the nights you doubted yourself. Remember how close you were to quitting. Remember how the pain tried to convince you that you were ordinary. And smile quietly. Because the most terrifying thing in the world is not a loud enemy. It's a disciplined one. And this is your era of discipline. Your era of restraint. Your era of controlled aggression. Where you don't waste energy on revenge, arguments, or explanations. You invest it all into growth, strength, knowledge, and execution. Because revenge is temporary, but becoming unstoppable is permanent. And when your comeback hits, it won't be emotional, it won't be dramatic, it will be undeniable. People won't ask what happened to you. They'll ask how you did it. And you won't answer. Because beasts don't explain. They just stand there, built by pressure, shaped by failure, fueled by hunger, and powered by a promise you made to yourself when everything fell apart. Never be that weak again. And if today feels heavy, good, carry it. Because one day this weight will be called power. And this silence will be called focus. And this struggle will be called the beginning of the most dangerous version of you the world has ever underestimated. And as you move forward, understand this part clearly. Because this is where the transformation becomes irreversible. The world will test you again. Not because you're weak, but because it senses you're changing. And resistance always increases right before dominance is established. So when distractions return dressed as opportunities, when people resurface pretending they always believed in you, when comfort tries to seduce you back into mediocrity, this is where the beast tightens its grip. Because discipline is not about intensity for a week. It's about identity for a lifetime. It's about becoming the kind of person who no longer debates whether to show up or not. You just do. Silently, ruthlessly, consistently. And this is where your habits become weapons. Your routine becomes armor. Your patience becomes poison to your enemies. Because while they chase shortcuts, you're stacking days. While they seek motivation, you're executing without emotion. While they complain about unfairness, you're adapting like a predator in hostile territory. And slowly, without you noticing, your posture changes. Your walk changes. Your eyes stop asking for permission. Because you're no longer trying to be liked. You're trying to be respected by your own standards. And that's when something dangerous happens. You stop needing validation. Applause feels optional. Criticism feels irrelevant. And loneliness stops feeling empty. Because it's no longer isolation. It's headquarters. It's where strategies are built. Where weaknesses are killed. Where excuses are buried. And from here on, every setback becomes data. Every failure becomes fuel. Every loss becomes leverage. Because beasts don't get emotional over wounds. They heal and hunt smarter. And understand this truth most people never accept. Your comeback will cost you relationships, comfort, familiarity, and the version of you that enjoyed being understood. Because growth is lonely at high levels, but power is quiet. And real power doesn't argue. It advances. And one day you'll realize the pain that almost broke you actually introduced you to the version of you that refuses to break again. The version that doesn't flinch under pressure, doesn't fold when ignored, doesn't panic when progress is slow. Because now you understand the game is not speed, it's survival and dominance over time. And when the results finally show, when your presence shifts rooms, when your name carries weight without explanation, when people study your silence and mistake it for arrogance, don't correct them. Because humility doesn't require self-shrinking. It requires self-mastery. And this comeback, this beast-level return, was never about shocking the world. It was about saving yourself from a life of regret, from the quiet torture of knowing you could have been more. And now that line has been crossed, there is no going back. Because once a man tastes discipline, clarity, and purpose, chaos no longer controls him. And if you ever doubt yourself again, remember this moment. Remember how far you had to fall to wake up. Remember how deep you had to go to find your teeth again. And promise yourself this one thing. No matter how far you climb, never forget the darkness that taught you how to see. Because that's where the beast was born. And this time, it's not coming back to survive. It's coming back to dominate. And now comes the phase where the comeback stops being a thought and starts becoming a threat. Because this is where most people lose patience and you gain power. This is where days feel repetitive, progress feels invisible. And the old voice returns telling you nothing is changing. But that voice is the final test. Because transformation is silent before it's visible. And if you can survive this phase, without announcing yourself, without seeking reassurance, without quitting just to feel relief, then you've already separated yourself from 99% of people. Because beasts are built in boredom, not hype. And right now, your job is not to impress. It's to endure. To wake up and execute even when your emotions are empty. To train when your body is heavy. To focus when your mind is loud. Because discipline is choosing the future you want over the comfort you crave. And slowly something dangerous starts happening. Your standards rise. Your tolerance for nonsense drops. Your circle shrinks, and your vision sharpens. Because when you've been alone long enough, you stop fearing it. You start using it. You start realizing that solitude is not punishment. It's privilege. It's where weak habits die and strong identities are born. And while others waste energy explaining themselves, you're conserving yours for execution. While they chase quick wins, you're building something that can't be taken away. And understand this clearly. The comeback won't feel like victory at first. It will feel like pressure, responsibility, and restraint, because power requires control, and control requires sacrifice. But one day you'll look back and realize the version of you that wanted to quit would not have survived the life you're building now. And that's the point. You didn't come this far to stay relatable. You came this far to become reliable to yourself. To become the man who keeps promises even when nobody is watching. And when the world finally notices, when results start speaking louder than words, don't get distracted by attention. Because attention is temporary, but purpose is permanent. Stay locked in. Stay silent. Stay dangerous. Because this comeback is not about proving you were underestimated. It's about proving you were unstoppable all along. You just needed pressure to remember it. And once you do, there is no return to weakness. Only higher standards, heavier goals, and a version of you that doesn't beg life for chances. It takes them.